Hi everybody, this is Mick Montgomery from Manifesto Show and co-host of The Starting Zone, a World of Warcraft podcast for new and experienced players. You can check that out, by the way, at thestartingzone.com. Hey, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the Manifesto Show channel, go ahead and do this right now. This is an exclusive video presentation of Hearthstone, the new World of Warcraft trading card game, new digital trading card game that's going to be out, we don't know when, but it's currently in beta right now, and I've been benefited to get a beta key. That doesn't even make any sense. I have been privileged, lucky enough, those are better ways of phrasing it, to get a beta key. And so I've been doing some trading card gaming for the last couple of evenings, and I gotta say, this is a really fun game. And so I just want to sit down and take you through some of the basic mechanics of the gameplay for the practice mode. So for some of you who haven't played trading card games in the past, this way you can kind of see what the game is like and maybe get a little extra excited for when the game is going to actually be released, or when you too are going to be able to get a beta key. So for right now, without further ado, we're going to get into a little practice mode gameplay. And I'm super excited because we're actually going to do a little bit of gameplay here. I'm going to take you through the practice section, get you familiar with the gameplay style for this particular video game, and so you can take a look at kind of how you move things around and minimal approaches to the game. I'm not going to give you any sort of expert advice because I don't claim to be an expert on the game. I'm just going to show you how the gameplay and mechanics kind of work. And as I record future videos on each hero class, we'll be able to kind of see how that works. But we're gonna look at the practice mode right now, and I'm gonna click on it, and we're gonna unlock it. Go gadget book with some sort of gear mechanism dealywagger. So I have my hero decks that I can choose right now in practice mode, or I can choose one of my custom decks, either the custom mage deck or my custom hunter deck. These are the only two decks that I have currently made. I'm going to go ahead and select my custom hunter deck, and I'm going to click choose. And all the other hero classes are going to pop on over. I'm going to actually stick with normal, but I have the option to go to expert if I want to, and take on a higher difficulty for each of these classes if I want to do that. But for the sake of our tutorial, I'm going to do this so I don't end up sweating so much in the chair here. So who should I pick? Who better to punch in the face than Garrosh Hellscream? I think we're going to go with Garrosh. So I'm going to click on him. I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to just click on play. And then we have the... currently it's telling me we are sweeping up minion dust, which is, I'm sure, a really big problem here at the Hearthstone Inn. Second loading bar. That's always a good sign. And here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go first today here in the practice round. So when I'm first up, or when you first start playing your particular round, you're going to get 3 cards or possibly 4 cards. You have the option to not select or choose a new card to replace one of the cards in your initial dealt hand. I'm actually going to choose a new card. I'm actually not going to use this Core Hound. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, why would you want to use the Core Hound? As the cards are up here, let me actually take you on a tour of the cards to kind of clarify that. So each of the cards, which you can see here on the Core Hound, you got his nice little portrait. And then up here in the top left corner, you have how many mana crystals it takes to play this particular card. And I'll explain mana crystals a little bit more in depth in a second. This yellow sphere with a number on it is your attack power with this particular minion. You can see he has an attack power of 9. And then you have the health of the minion. He has 5 points for health. You can say to yourself, wow, well, why don't you want to keep that card? Well, early on in the rounds, I'm not going to get so many mana crystals to play him. So it'd be a while before I could actually use this Core Hound. Even though he's got awesome hit and he's got pretty good stamina, I'm not going to take him right off the bat. I'm going to select him, and I'm going to click confirm. And I'm going to get a new card. Here it comes. The Nightblade, which still a high mana cost for that card, but it's actually a really good card, one I like. So this is the first initial round. It's my turn. When I'm playing against the computer, I don't have a time limit, which is good. You can see who you're playing against up here in the left corner. Right now it says AI. But if I was playing against another player, their game handle would be up here. So, you know, Bucky Daisy's 23 or whoever it is, that's what's going to show up there in the top left-hand corner. I'll take you through the rest of the game screen as well. This is obviously the board where you're going to play your cards. This is my hero here down at the bottom. There's Rexar with his fancy little bow and arrow. Right next to the portrait is my hero power. Hero powers are different from cards. I'll explain that in a moment. And over here is where our decks are being housed, and of course the end turn button, which you're going to use a lot. Cards all kind of propagate down here. Very nice, very easy. I think in a nicer format. The nice thing about Hearthstone is that the gameplay lays out so much better than in other games. It's easy to see the cards. It's just well laid out. And each of these little, you can see that I have a particular scape here. This looks like the Alliance Capital scape right now, but there's an Ogrimmar scape, there's a Missa Pandaria scape, there's a troll scape. So there's all these different kinds of fun scapes as well that have little animations in them. A Stormrent, that's what this particular scape is. So anyway, last but certainly not least, down here in the bottom right hand corner are my mana crystals, and this is the currency you're basically going to be using to play these cards or this hero ability that you have. Now you start off with 1 mana crystal. For every round you gain an extra mana crystal. So round 2 I'll have 2 crystals. Round 3 I'll have 3 crystals. All the way up to 10. That's the max you can get, is 10 crystals. Okay? Back to this hero ability, which is Steady Shot. It tells me that it costs 2 mana crystals, so I'm not going to be able to use it right now. But it is not a card. I can play at any point in the round, and it's going to do damage against the hero, in this case, old Garrosh Hellscream. Old, bald, stupid face himself. So, let's go ahead and let's make a decision here. So, do I have any cards I could actually play? Well, yes, I do. I have this Timberwolf, and you can see that he has a special little bonus feature to this card. All the other beasts on the board with the Timberwolf will have +1 attack. Not bad. So, I'm going to pull him out. And I'm just going to drag him. You can see I can move it around here. I'm just going to drag him and plop him down on the board. Boom. Now, unless the minion card has the ability called Charge, I can't attack right now with my Timberwolf during this turn. I have to wait until my next turn. If he was equipped with Charge, I would be able to attack Garrosh or one of his minions right now, but I can't do that because I'm out of the turn. So I'm going to actually go over here and we're going to click End Turn. And Garrosh is going to get his card. Every round you get an extra card. Now he got the mana coin that's going to give him an extra mana crystal for this round. And he's going to use that to summon his Fiery War Axe. And he's going to bang me away for 3 damage, which is not good. Ugh, not good for me. So it's my turn right now. I can either attack right now with my minion for 1 damage. But my Steady Shot will deal 2 damage, which is better, and it costs 2 mana crystals. All my other cards are over the 2 crystal limit, so right now I'm going to go ahead and use my hero ability. And I just shot Garrosh in the face. So, quid pro quo, Garrosh. Quid pro quo. He's going to use his hero ability to armor up that gives him 2 more hit points. And he's going to whack me in the face again. He's lost his weapon, which is good news for me. So I have a couple of cards now that I could play. This one, Kill Command, is not going to be so great because, well, I do have a beast, so it would be a good card to play right now if I want to. Or I can get another minion on the board. I think I'm going to elect to do that one right now. I'm going to drop the Razorfin Hunter because not only is she going to be able to attack, but she's going to summon this boar over here, which gives me an extra minion on the board, and that can also attack. And now I'm going to strike with my Timber Wolf. I'm going to end my turn. It's going to rotate back over growth. So this is a turn-based game. This means this is not real time. It means he takes a turn, I take a turn. He takes a turn, I take a turn. Look, he played the same exact card that I played. What a douchebag. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of special ability cards here. So there's lots of different types of cards, but they're primarily minion cards, and they're primarily spell cards. This is a spell card, and this one here is a spell card as well. I've got 4 mana crystal now, so I am actually going to do this, though. I'm going to play this Houndmaster, which is a card I really do like from the Hunter set. I'm going to play him. The reason I'm going to play him is he is going to give a beast +2/+2 and a taunt. So I'm actually going to select my Timberwolf, and now my Timberwolf is 3 of 3, so 3 attack and 3 health, and he has a taunt. So you can see that his card is a little bit different right now. It has this shield around it. That means that Hellscream or any of his minions have to attack this minion first before they can attack me. So it's kind of like your little tank, which is a good thing. And let's get to it. So I've got 3 minions now that can attack. I can either attack Garrosh directly, or I can attempt to strike. I'm actually going to strike at Garrosh with this person. So I eliminated the 2 summoned boars, and then I struck at Garrosh. He's down to 27, and I'm actually going to use my wolf to strike it out, and then at least going to even up the score here so that we're at 24 health. And there we go. The reason I took that approach is because with a taunt on the board, I know it's going to be harder for them to get to Rexxar. Well, I bet you're wondering if I won that match or I lost that match. Well, I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you. But I will say this, as I said in the actual gameplay video, you can't get too cocky with Hearthstone. You make a couple of wrong moves there at the end, and it can definitely cost you. You can find yourself on the wrong end of the win-loss column. I hope you enjoyed this preview of Hearthstone, the beta version of the game, which we don't know when it's going to be released yet, but we're all hoping it's going to be released very, very soon. I enjoyed bringing it to you. There's going to be more Hearthstone videos coming your way. We're going to go over play mode. We're going to go over building decks and all kinds of other fun stuff. In the meantime, peruse around the Manifesto Show channel. Check out the 2 featured channels, The Angry Life Coach and The NoHo Show, 2 original comedy series that I produced and wrote. And in one of them, you can actually find me lurking around in one of the actual episodes. And if you want to get more information on World of Warcraft, if you want to get more into that game and you're a podcast fan, check out thestartingzone.com. It's the World of Warcraft podcast for new and experienced players. For myself, I want to say thank you for joining us for this very special Manifesto Show exclusive on the Hearthstone beta. And we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.